Alright, this is a reading, special personal reading for a very dear friend of mine, my soul sister. We'll refer to her as E. And she was just recently diagnosed with breast cancer. She just found out a couple weeks ago, I think, maybe at the most, a week or two, something like that. So it's, you know, in those fresh stages. And because she's my one bestest, truest, loyal Libra bestie in the whole world, I've been kind of hesitating to do this reading because I had to process some of my own fears and release those and get back to faith, and just wanted to bring all the good energy to this reading for her that I possibly could. So I wanted to make sure the timing was right and make sure that I had processed all my personal feelings about the matter, considering who it is and the issue that she's going through right now. So I shuffled these pretty good already, but we'll just do it again. This is the Mini Harmonious Tarot deck from Los Scarabeo, and I'll be doing a full reading. I use these a lot because they're just easy to shuffle. They're small, they're fairy tale-like whimsy. I love them. I like tiny things, so they're cute and fun, and because I have an autoimmune disease, a connective tissue disorder, so I get a lot of pain in my joints and stuff. So I do have this. The big filth. I don't know if you don't have the best camera, but anyway, these are pretty big, so they can tend to make your hands a little sore sometimes if you use them a lot, if you're someone like me. So I won't use them a lot, but you'll see them in some of the some of the readings in the future. Just depends on what I feel like using, and if I think I'm going to be overdoing it by shuffling giant cards. So, all the white light of the unified rainbow, the God grain flow, the only flow I know, key being God. Here we go, here we grow, here we glow. Chariot on the bottom of the deck. I knew that was going to come up in her reading too. I'm like, when I was processing my own stuff, I'm like, don't worry, it's all Chariot, baby. You're going to be victorious, glorious, triumphant. Alright. What I usually do, I'm going to do my traditional one that I do when I do a full reading, like for myself and others. It's a rectangle, 9 cards, a crowner, 2 bordering clarifiers, if you will, or whatever. Alright. Next top card, 2 of Wands. Okay. So we'll see where that fits in. Okie dokie, here we go. Eight of Wands. I don't know how well you can see these cards, but I'll show you the best I can. Moon. Is that? Yeah. Moon. Moon tribe. Oh, I saw the moon setting this morning. Beautiful. Knight of Swords. Three of Swords. Dun, dun, dun. And I don't do reversals, so if I draw a card and it's in the reverse, I know the whole deck was reversed. So I just had it backwards because I put them all back in straight, and I pull them out straight. And Seven of Pentacles, okay. And there's, you know, light and dark aspects to every card. There's where there's a problem, there's a solution. So you reversals, I mean, to each their own. Five of Wands. So these two borders, we have, oh my gosh, look at that. 10 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. These have been coming up a lot in my own personal reading, so it's like, that's why I just started my channel and everything, because I couldn't deny it any longer when the messages keep coming so clear and often. It's like you get to a point where it's like, okay, I can't deny this any longer and say it's just coincidence and blah blah blah. So then we have Four of Wands, Six of Swords. Sorry, oh, here's the lens. I'm like way over here. Did I say Six of Wands, Six of Swords? Four of Wands, Six of Swords. Five of Swords. And Queen of Swords. Oh, that's great. Because I was like, ooh, there's a bit of swords, but they're not too bad. So let me just meditate here on the cards for a second and see. So thinking clearly for you, E, is going to be very important right now. And messages are going to be coming in hard and fast from your intuition in order to help you to think precisely, especially given the situation. So you have the Knight of Swords here, the Eight of Wands, the Moon, Queen of Swords. So that's saying, you know, your intuition is going to be coming in hard and fast. Listen to it, because that's going to be where your clear thinking is going to be coming from. And because of this, you're going to be processing a lot of stuff. When I got sick 3 years ago, it started this healing process. It's funny how getting sick helps you get back to your true authentic self through healing. And so this is the journey that you're beginning, is this process of healing your heart. And when you heal your heart, everything else is healed. That's why there's so much sickness, addiction, confliction, affliction, infliction, all the icky ictions, because people have broken hearts. They're hurting. That's why they hurt themselves, they hurt others, or they're apathetic, whatever. It's because of a broken heart. So we need to heal that anahata. It's the fourth chakra for a reason, because that's where the angels are. And that's where we need to be, in our heart. And the Seven of Pentacles is like waiting for your harvest to come in, being patient, knowing, because of your past record, you've gotten through tough stuff before. So look at your track record. You're here, right? That's evidence that you got through it. So you can get through it again. Look forward to your harvest coming in, which is just having faith. You know, this is one of the faith cards. The Three of Wands is also, I refer to that is the optimal optimist or another faith card. These poor little cards have a little crack in them I shouldn't have shuffled them like that, but they're like playing cards, so it was hard to like shuffle them the way I do now. But now it's easy enough to have a crack in them, but I try to be careful with these little babies. But anyway. Intuition coming in hard and fast. Be patient with yourself, but have faith in yourself. Heal that broken heart. And this Five of Wands, obstacles. Turn obstacles into opportunities for growth. That's how I always read this card. Obstacles as opportunities to grow, expand, become more aware, gain knowledge, experience, compassion, understanding of yourself, others, the way universal and spiritual law work. Because it's not all for naught. These challenges aren't just so we suffer and then that's it, nothing, okay, and then more suffering. No, it's for our best good. It's like taking your medicine. It's like a mom scolding you. You know, we need to have the bitter in order to appreciate how sweet the sweet is. I know when I'm not sick, I feel so high on life just to be able to go on a long walk and my shoes fit me because I'm not all inflamed and stuff, and it's just, life is so beautiful, and that's what obstacles do. They show you how beautiful life is, and they make you appreciate it. They really, really do. So it's not all for naught. Suffering isn't just for suffering. You know, it's to bring you closer and closer to your true, authentic, original self, which is love. And nothing that's worth anything is easily gained or achieved. You know, obviously we know that, and it's kind of cliche, but it's true. If you're just given a handout, you don't appreciate it as much as when, like, a teenager has to go to work and work for that money to go buy those shoes or whatever. And then they realize they might not even want those shoes, you know. So we got to do the work so we can appreciate the gain from it. And then, I mean, come on, 10 of Cups, just total fulfillment, family, love, gladness, prosperity. It's just like a big fat goose, okay? Big fat goose card. Big fat succulent pig goose. I don't eat meat. So, but anyway, that's just, you know, big fat juicy mango card, okay? And the 10 of Pentacles is just like, it can represent like legacy, what you want to, the mark, the indelible mark that you want to leave behind. You know, and as we get older, or we have a, you know, disease that we're dealing with, that makes you think about your own mortality and what you're doing in your life right now, and what's your story? What's your story going to be when you're no longer here? What are people going to say about you? And it's not like you have to have some big fantastic life, but you know, when I go, I want people to say, oh, she was a nice person. She was a good friend, you know. She did the best job she could as a mother, or whatever. Just, you want to leave goodness and love, a trail of breadcrumbs of love behind, okay? And the breadcrumb thing, yeah, that just popped into my mind, because it kind of helps guide others. It's like, you know, leave a legacy of love behind. Because even when you're not here, you can still give back. And that's the whole point of creating an awesome legacy, is that it goes on forever. You create, you know, people who create foundations, and they're no longer here on this earth, but, you know, their legacy lives on and keeps helping people. So, you know, and it could just be a big bucks for the baby. Anyway, 10 of Pentacles, and the positions that they're in, it's just, and then we've got the Chariot right here. It's just like, baby, awesome. And, you know, I can go into all the, you know, standard meanings of, you know, what swords are air signs, which is, she's a Libra, Gemini, excuse me, Aquarius. Chariot represents Cancer, which is my moon and my Mars. I have to do her chart. I don't know if she has Cancer anywhere in her chart. And then the wands are the fire signs, the Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. The cups are water, which is the Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. What else do we have here? Did I say Pentacles, which are the Earth sign? Okay, and that's Capricorn, that's my sun sign. I'm Capricorn with Sag rising, Cancer moon, and Mars. Sag Venus and Neptune too. But anyway, so Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and the swords, which represent the air signs, are like, they're the thinkers, okay? The wands, which represent the fire signs, they're the doers. The pentacles, which represents the earth signs, they're the beers and the havers, I call them. And the cups, the water signs, they're the feelers. They feel everything out. So, and then down here, let's see, we have the 6 of Swords, 5 of Swords. So basically, you're moving on from this 5 of Swords is like, it's like two guys and one's like taken off. Like he got the boot, like he did something wrong to betray his friend, and he's, you know, hightailing it out of there with his tail between his legs. And he might have gotten away with something. This person might have gotten away with something, but in the end, it was self-defeating because he ended up losing out on a good situation or betraying his best friend, and maybe he, you know, had some kind of pleasure in the moment, but ultimately he lost something very valuable to him as a trade-off. So whoever this person is, they're just kind of leaving on their own because they know they've messed up, and they're moving on their own without you even having to put up any defenses. This is you just going with the flow. If you're not sure about the future, you're uncertain, but it's kind of like, not really like the 8 of Cups where you're leaving something and you're kind of uncertain about the future, but you know it's not fulfilling. And this is kind of like that, but a little bit more positive feeling, I feel, because you're moving forward, you're going with the flow. She's stepping into the water that's flowing. She's like, okay, here we go. You know, let's do this, get her done. And I don't know where I'm going, but, you know, we gotta go. It's time to go. We gotta do this. And whatever comes along, I'm just gonna deal with it the best I can. Uncertain, but not negative. Not necessarily positive, but not skeptical about the future. You feel good about it. A little fearful, but it's good. It's positive. 4 of Wands, happy home, balance, foundation, family, friends, celebration, just happy, comfy, secure. 4s are very structurally sound. So everything being in order, balanced. So overall, I would say, oh, there's 2 5s here. And those are pretty much the only ones in the reading that are a little bit, yeah, like have the negative aspect. 5s are usually of discordance. 10s are just completion, good stuff. Right before a new beginning happens. So, and to have, these are the 2 10s you want, the pentacles and the cups. I mean, even if you got the swords of the wand, still it's the end, it's culmination, new beginnings going to happen, so it's good news either way, but these are just, I love them, and the position that they're in, and they're the 2 10s that you want, and like 10s are just of the now, right now. Things are in order. Things feel whole, solid, complete, unified. Trying to see, the moon is 15, 16, 17, 18, so that reduces to a 9. Chariot reduces to a 7, so there's like 2 7s. It's kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here, you know what I mean? I mean, they're not in order, but it's like 1s. Maybe not, there's not a 2. Oh, the next top card was a 2 of Wands. Oh, the next bottom card is the High Priestess. I like, sometimes I do that, I'll look at the next top and bottom card. Okay. So beautiful, and overall energy is the Chariot. So that's so funny, because I was like, it's going to be positive. We're going to get the Chariot. She's going to be victorious and triumphant, and like, you know, come out of this more than just healed from cancer, whatever, just a healed heart, a healed mind, body, spirit, all unified, inner community, flowing with itself in order to flow with the things outside of itself. And 7 is a great number. That is like the spiritual, besides 1, 7 is like right in line with divine alignment. So we're going to pull the Healing Deck by Amy Zerner and Monty Farber. All right, here we go. I pulled one for her a couple days ago, and it was flexible. And I'm open to reality's infinite possibilities. And it's funny, because that same day I was looking at pictures when I started my channel, the background, you know, picture, not the little icon where you can put a picture of yourself or whatever, but the bigger one in the background. I had a picture, and they kept saying it's too small, whatever. Every time I tried to use a picture, but anyway, it was just an infinity symbol, kind of like if you use a piece of like a lit incense in the dark. It kind of made an infinity symbol like that, like a glowing, and it said infinite possibilities. So when I pulled this card, I was just like, yeah, infinite possibilities. Just because you have cancer doesn't mean you have to do chemo, doesn't mean you have to, you know, cut your breasts off or whatever. It could be a combination of that too, but it doesn't have to be just limited to these just archaic things. We won't even go into that, but alternative treatments, there's all kinds of stuff you can look up online. You could be a guinea pig. I mean, when you have a disease like I do, that's how I found tarot, because I was looking for everything I could possibly find to heal and grow and learn. So flexible. It says, I am open to reality's infinite possibilities. Allow new information and events to inform your plans and beliefs about what is true and possible. about what is true. Okay? Prepare as best you can, but expect the unexpected. That's the only thing I ever expect is change and the unexpected. When it happens, move forward and don't look back. So being in the moment, in the now, one step at a time, especially when you have a lot of doctor's appointments to go to and this and that and all the different things you got to do, just take it one day at a time. You know, one step might be just, you know, buying a juicer or cleaning out your little stash, that snack cabinet that has your goody Goombas in there, and replacing it with, you know, quick snacks that you can just grab that are healthy, that are tasting delightful but healthy and affordable or whatever. But just small little things you can do, one thing at a time, day by day, little by little. Don't overwhelm yourself. Get plenty of rest. That is key, especially when it's like chronic fatigue. Ugh, so much rest. It's like too much after a while. But a lot of times we're not resting when we should be, and we're not resting enough. So don't overdo it, but don't underdo it. Make sure, you know, sometimes you just need to catch up with a little sleep and have, you know, 4-hour nap one day, or one day you just sleep all day, just catch up with your sleep, and, you know, so just whatever you need to do to get back to balance. Don't overwhelm yourself, step by step, day by day. I'm gonna pull another one just randomly out of the deck, not looking. Oh, I love this one. Such pretty pictures on these cards too. I try to see the humor in all things, lighthearted. The humor. I'll talk about a specific thing that has to do with fives and discordance and humor. I'll tell a little story about how I looked up fives and what trail it led me on and what I found just by looking up the number 55. Not 55 angel number, nothing. I just put in 55 in Google and hit enter. Just the number 5 and another 5 right next to it. Nothing else. So that'll be another video, but anyway. Just the artwork on these cards, especially this one with the pink and the purple. The other one with transform with the butterfly that's on the cover right here on the box is really pretty too. I love the artwork. I wish the whole card, like the whole background, was that so you could see it better and stuff. But lighthearted. I try to see the humor in all things. A sense of humor is one of the most attractive and desirable traits in a partner or friend. That is so true. You can be so good looking if you take yourself seriously. Like, I don't care how nice you are to look at, like, no one's gonna want to hang out with you. No one's gonna want to date you. No. Don't take yourself so seriously. Don't take your sexy so seriously. All these women wearing like leather pants or what? But that's fine. Whatever. You know. I like to be flirty and fun, like the little Japanese street kids or something. You know, those girls with their little cute little frillies. I mean, I love it. Just flirty and fun. Don't take yourself so seriously. Like, whether it's the way you dress, whatever it is. A sense of humor is one of the most attractive and desirable traits in a partner or friend. It can heal you and empower you to endure, my friends, life's challenges as no other force can. I'm telling you, laughter heals. I watch just straight up comedies, like sometimes just stand-up comedies, because I don't want any little dramatic moment tricking me, making me forget what kind of movie I've been watching. I'm like, I thought I was watching a comedy. I want to laugh. What am I crying for? What? So stand-up comedy, when you're sick, stand-up comedy is the best. thing you can watch. It's so healing. Like, you find someone who's funny that makes you laugh all the way through, I swear to God. Like,